Okay, hey guys, this is tutorial number 2 on 3ds Max. In this part, this is for the beginners that are not familiar to 3ds Max. We will be starting 3ds Max and how to learn how to build basic structures, properties of certain things, basically go through the commands. This is the first tutorial, so okay, well, as you see, this is your scene right here. A scene is something that consists of multiple objects. Okay, so now let's go ahead and build something. You can't see my mouse cursor, so just try and look at things that are like highlighted in the video. I'll try and make the video as high quality as possible. So we are going to rebuild the house from that other video. So you're gonna want to go up to here to create. There's create, modify, hierarchy, whatever that is, motion, display, utilities. Utilities is things like plugins for game engines, other stuff. Well, for me, it's plugins for game engines. Anyways, so let's go ahead and start by making. I have mine set on extended primitives. Automatically, it goes to standard primitives once you start up, but that's how you change it. Standard primitives, extended primitives. Standard primitives consist of basic objects, squares, rectangles, basic shapes. Extended primitives is, as it says, extended shapes, a little bit more complex. Compound objects are special features that you use to subtract things from certain objects, or etc. As far as the rest, we'll get to that later on. So let's go to standard primitives, and then let's go down to here to plane, and let's make a plane. Okay, this is a plane. Yeah. Then you can go over here, right over here, material editor, and you can grab a material. You have to set it in there by hitting this button right here, standard, or whatever it says. I think it automatically says architectural something, and you double click standard, and once there, you can, don't ignore the Crytek shaders, you go down here where it says diffuse. You can select this, double click on bitmap at the top, and you can choose a picture to insert to that material. Now you have the material inserted into your material editor, and you just simply grab it, drag and drop it. I don't know why it grabs Skype or the whatever this Bandicam. You go over here to 01 default. You can name it. I don't really name it because that's not really useful for me, but you grab it, you drag and drop it, you put it on there. Okay, so I also have angle snap toggle enabled. You can enable that, and what happens when you have angle snap toggle, you rotate it, and it rotates on a 5-degree angle. So we're just going to rotate it to 90 degrees. So go ahead, and also panning around, moving around, looking around, you hold down the middle mouse button, hold down Alt, and you can look around like that by holding both of those down and panning the mouse pans the window. Now without holding down Alt, you can also pan that way. Alt, yeah, that's how you pan. There are more ways of panning, but yeah, we're not getting into that right now. So now W is the move key. That will move your thing up. E is the rotate key, or the rotate hotkey. R is radius, which means you can resize it any way you want. And so we're going to start with this right here. W, E, R. Okay. So basically what I'm going to do, as I have the texture applied to it, you'll notice that the other side isn't visible. For us to insert this into the game engine, we need to have two sides of one wall visible. Okay, so that side of the wall is visible, this one isn't. So what we're going to do, we're going to hit W for the move key. We're going to right click it, right click on the object as it's selected, hit clone, and don't do instance. It's automatically going to select instance. Go to copy, press OK. Move it just a little bit out, and let's rotate it all around by pressing E. That's the E key. And and it's 180 degrees. Pretty common sense. That's the direct opposite side. Okay, so I want you to do this, and I'm going to pause the video. Go ahead and pause it, and, well, don't pause it yet, but wait, and make yourself a full room. Also, when you select the object, you're going to notice if you go up here to modifier tab on your right top corner, hit modifier, you'll notice there are length and width segments. Let's go ahead and automatically apply 6 length and width segments to that plane right there, and that's going to help you cut out pieces of it later. So go ahead and do that. Make an entire box, whatever you think would be the shape of the base of the house, and I'm going to pause it and you guys go ahead and do that. I'll see you in a minute. Bye. Okay, welcome back. As you see, I have half of this base of my house built. So I'm just going to press W and just make it the move key, kind of even it up with my scene. Doesn't really matter, but that's what I like to do. And then I'm going to right click, and I'm going to hit clone and copy. I selected all of it at the same time by dragging and dropping my mouse over the scene. And now I have all of it selected, and I'm going to copy this. Clone, copy. And then what I can do is I can rotate it at 180 degrees, and then let's move it, kind of even it up, make it nice, so, you know, video game players will be like, oh, look how bad this house is done. Yeah, well, not me, not in my game. So now we have the basic structure of our house. Also, this this tutorial is also aimed towards the staff of our company, so, you know, if you're a staff member, pay attention. Okay, so now we have the base of our house. Looks pretty plain, but this is just a tutorial. I'm not going too far out. This is just for practice. Now let's go ahead and let's jump right into the dog pit. Let's start cutting holes in the side of this house. We're going to go and click on one of our sides, and as you see, I put both of these even together as I did that rotate, and I moved just a little bit outwards and I rotated it. These are even, so you want to make sure your walls intersect perfectly. You see, and you see how it's visible on the inside and the out. That will make it so the player can't run through the inside of it, so the player can't run through the outside of it. That's 2 separate planes. One interior, one exterior. Okay, and you'll see, if you look really close, you'll see that you can see through this plane right here. Okay, so now with our base built, we are going to start cutting holes into this. I'm running out of time on this video. I'll probably try and, well, after, I'll make a part 2 to this. But we're going to click on this right here, and then we will go to the modifier tab, and we will go down to plane, right where it says plane, right click on plane, and go to editable poly. This is the function you always want to use in 3ds. Otherwise, other things might have severe problems for game engines, but editable poly, I hear that's what everyone uses, or well, that's what I was told. So you have editable poly. Now you go down. Well, I have to scroll up. I don't know why I'll scroll down automatically, but I'm gonna go ahead and click on this polygon box right here, and that will allow us to select. And we're gonna hold down Control and select another. Select multiple pieces of the plane. Now, if we can either go to Control, or we can just simply press Delete. I think it's Control and Delete, or just Delete. You can test it out for yourself. We're gonna click on Edit and go Delete, and now that removes a piece of that plane. Now, not only that, we have to. All right, I'm gonna stop this video. We're gonna go into tutorial 2. There should be a link to that in the description, as well as getting a hold of us if you want to join our team, etc. Alright, so that's all I can cover for now. Tutorial 2 coming up. Bye. See you guys in a minute.